Hi everybody and welcome back to Art Shop Channel. Okay guys, now we're on to our giant cookie that we are now going to paint and put some shade on. Now without further ado, let me show you how you do that. Now I've already painted this cookie, as you can see, because the last time you saw it, it was just the colour of the foam. And all I did, just to explain that, is I've got a yellow colour. It's quite bright, but when I shade it, it will tone down a bit. So you might think, oh, it's a bit too bright, Simon, but bear with because we haven't actually finished yet. Okay, so all I did was basically put some paint on there and then rubbed it all in with this kind of brush. Now, it's up to you if you get in all the nooks and crannies, but I didn't do that because I think having some of the gaps that naturally come where you can't fit the brush helps the overall effect. Okay, so that's what I've done, and like I say, I've gone through it all and painted a lot to save time. So now that it's dry, what we need to do is do the shading. Now I've got some powders here and we're going to try it with this. I've never done it with these before, so it's going to be new for me as well, but hopefully this will work. So these are called mica or mica powders. I'm not too sure how you say that. You can buy these loads of different colors on the market, and they you can mix it with water to make a little bit of paint if you want that. You can use them dry for like shading like this. You can also use them to color candles when you're making candles through the wax, and also with soap. So it's quite a versatile powder that you can use. And also with resin, you can use it with resin to colour the resin. The more you put in there, the deeper the pigment. But yeah, so you get the idea. So that's those there. So they're quite good to have in your collection because you will have them ready for whenever you make any of the other products. Yeah, so all very exciting. Okay, right. Without further ado, let's get on with it. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to try the brown. Now I've got brown copper here. This is the it's a bit shiny, but it might give it a nice effect, and I'm not 100% sure if it will, but you know, we're going to go with it. So all you do is open it, and let me just get that through, and then all you're going to do is basically put your brush in, make sure it's, you know, dry, and then you want to, I wouldn't put it over there, but let me, hold on a sec guys. You need to put it in, and then you need to shake it off. I mean, you could put it in a little bit of, you know, a little dish, but I find doing it like this is easy, he says, as he spills it. But just don't knock it over. That's the name of the game. So I've got a bit on there. So I'm going to bring that back in. And all I'm going to do is go in all these deep nooks and crannies. So I'm not going to do all of it because it's taken me ages. So, well, I say ages. It depends how long you do it for. You know, an hour I would say would be sufficient. So all you do is just go in like so, and then what I'm doing is, see what I'm doing there? I'm just putting a little bit of the in all the nooks and crannies. Don't put loads in there because less is more, because you can always add. You can't really take away. So I'm just going to get some more, and like I say, I'm not going to do it all, if you know what I mean, what I'm saying. I'm just going to do some of it just to show you, and then I will show you the finished result. So just like that. And then what I'm going to do also is just put some on the top, like you would get burnt bits, wouldn't it? Well, not burnt bits, because you don't burn cookies, do you? Because they're lovely. You just put a little bit on the top to look like it's cooked a bit more, because that would be the part of the cookie that gets a lot of heat, and it's on the top. Okay, let me just, oh, that's far too much. Let's get rid of that. But don't worry, guys, because I've got a trusty sponge. We can go around with a sponge so you can get rid of it. But don't worry, because this is art, so it doesn't really matter if it goes a little bit wrong, because it's all art, and it's up to you how you do it. See what I'm doing there? So I'm just rubbing that on slightly, and then I'm going to go around. And like I said, I'm not going to do all of it because you don't want to see me do that, but I just wanted to give you the idea. Okay, a bit around there. And then in a moment, I'm going to use black to go around these bits and around the side, but I'll show you what I mean. You might need to give it a blow every now and again just to get these odd bits off, which I'm just going to take it off screen. You'll hear me blow in a minute, but see what I mean? You just sort of, and use a sponge as well, just to, if it's a bit too much, you think, just rub it off. Okay, so I'm just going to blow that away. Right, that was it, quick. So see what I've done there? So just keep building it up until you're happy with it. This is a bit shinier than what I would like because this is, like I say, a brown copper, so it's going to be shiny because it's copper colour. Okay, yeah. So that's it. So now I'm going to, not going to do the rest. I'll do that off camera. Now this one's black. Now this is definitely less is more, if you know what I mean. So the same principle, and I would probably try it along the side to start with. And I'll show you what I mean. You just need to put some shading under there. I find if you do this, it looks really, you see this, it looks really effective. If you just go along, it's a bit more difficult for me because I'm doing it back to front than what I would normally do because I'd have it this side, but I just want to show you guys how I do it. So I'm just going to do a little bit more. Whoops. Just to show you, to see. So you just keep building it up. I might put a little bit there, just in those grooves to make you just stand out a little bit more. But I wouldn't put black on there, on these bits, if that makes sense, because you're going to use that brown. Okay. So that's the sort of thing. So just keep going along until you're happy with it. Like I say, less is more. If you think, oh, it's too much, try and rub it off with your sponge. See what I'm doing there? Now with these bits along there, I use black. You could use brown, it's up to you. Again, it's your piece of art, so you make it your own. And then all I do is just go along lightly, and then along there, and then keep building that up. See what I mean? Let me just finish that one off for you so you can see. I'll just have to turn that around slightly. So I'm not pushing it down too hard because I'm not too sure how much is on there, even though I've made it so that there isn't loads on there. Do you know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do, that's great. So just keep doing that. Now, see what I did there? I didn't like that bit, so I'm just going to move that off slightly. So that's it. So try that, guys, and see how you get on. I mean, if the worst comes to the worst and you didn't like it, just paint it again. Go over it all with the paint and go and do it like that. But I'm sure you'll be fine. So that's it. I'm not going to do any more because I just wanted to give you the principle, the idea. So there you go. So you can see it's already changed. You've got your brown there and you've got your black and black on the side. I may put a little bit of brown in there because it does look a little bit dark, but that's what I normally do, and I usually like that effect. But like I said, I've never used these powders on this kind of thing before. I normally airbrush them, and that's really good, very dramatic. But I'm not going to do that today because you guys may not have an airbrush. And I wanted to show you art that you can actually do at home easily. Do you know what I mean, what I'm saying? You do, that's great. Guys, I'm just putting some brown on now, just to see what that's like. Okay. But you may think, oh, Simon, no, that looks really bad. But bear with it. Go with the flow. Don't panic. Just go and try it. Get the whole thing done. And then even if you don't like it or you think you don't like it, just give it a couple of days. Just keep looking at it. And then you'll know after the third or fourth day, if you still don't like it, then you'll need to paint it again. But I'm sure you guys will do a fantastic job. And let me know if you do and send me some pictures because I'd love to see it. So there you go. I'll do the rest off camera and then I'll show you the final result. So there you go, guys. What do you think of that? Give you an idea how to do it. Some people I've seen do these and they don't actually shade it and it still looks good, but I think the shading just gives it that little bit of, you know, a little bit of sparkle, you know. Okay, so there you go, guys. Short and sweet on that one, but I will finish it off like I said, and then I will show you the finished product. And then, guys, that's it. You've done one. So thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.